In one of my past videos, we talked about what you should be improving on if you have under 1,000 hours inside of Counter-Strike. That video received a lot of support and you guys left a lot of good comments and ideas for a part 2 of that video. So I wanted to reward you today by using my professional experience in this game and give you some more tips that you can use in order to make sure that you are improving and fixing some really bad habits I see plaguing the lower levels of this community. But first, one of the worst mistakes you can do is go into a Counter-Strike server without having some nice drip. So I do have to give you a message from the sponsor of today's video. The sponsor of today's video is SkinPlace, a site where you can instantly and safely sell skins for real money. It really only takes seconds. To get started, you need to log in via Steam. Choose the skins that you want to sell. Next, choose a withdrawal method. Currently available are Visa and MasterCards, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and balance on site if you plan to withdraw money later. Enter your wallet number and do not forget to use my promo code KOJAMOCS for a 3% bonus on your first sale. When you have filled in the gaps, click receive money Viola. The funds will arrive in your account soon. I left the link to SkinPlace in the first comment. Have some good sales. Okay, so let's talk about some of these low level mistakes that are going on inside the game that I see people making a lot. Now, the first thing I see is players buying way too much inside of the game. They act like it's a practice server where you have this infinite money. Guys, in general, you want to be able to always get a rifle and armor. If you're on T side, you always want to be able to get an AK, which is $2,700, and Kevlar and helmet. So your total investment needs to always try to be at least $3,700. Now, if you're playing bad players and stuff, you could probably get away with getting just a Kevlar and an AK or a Galil and head armor. But in general, I see a lot of players when they should be saving buying. In general, guys, you want to keep your money above $2,000. That's a good baseline. Now, obviously, some rounds you're just gonna have to force because you might have $0. Your team loses the round, and now you have $1,400. If your team all has $1,400, then force buy. Everyone just get Tech 9 armor. But in general, if you have like $2,500, stop buying like a Mac 10 armor and nades, right? You might as well just save with your team and get a full buy the next round, because it's just really bad to be running around with nothing the entire game, which I see new players doing all of the time. Save up for that op, save up for the AK, save up for the M4s, and make sure you've got all of your utility. Because if you watched the last video, you also know how important head armor is and all of this stuff. Now, the next mistake that I see new players making way too much is not subscribing to the channel. But after that, the mistake I see them not understanding is spacing. Now, I was actually playing in a professional match recently, and I was on 1 HP. Now, because I was on 1 HP, we knew there was one guy only on B site and 3 of us in tunnels. If we do the math here, we're looking for a 1-for-1 trade. We're looking for one of us to die in return for one of the other team dying. So good spacing is going to make it so that you are peeking them with multiple targets, making sure they should only be able to get one player. So what that meant was I said, guys, get right on me. I'm going to jump out. You're going to trade me. So my teammates were right next to me. And as I'm jumping out, they're swinging right with me. So I jumped out. I think I had an SMG as well, which is even better. I jumped out just trying to get info. The guy was playing up here with a pistol. And all he was able to do, because I jumped and my teammates were swinging with me, like looking here, was he goes to shoot me and I pull his crosshair away and my teammates were here to trade. If this was a low level match, what would have happened is I would have jumped out there. My teammates would have been sitting back here. Oh, I died. The next person peeks. They die. Oh, okay. My teammates died. Let's go peek. Get on your teammates, guys. Get right on them and swing with them. If you're in tons, your player's swinging in front of you, you better be with him, right? If we're on catwalk, I see a lot of this happening a lot. If one person's swinging out here, there better be guys swinging with him. Stop standing here scared. If you see your guys go with them, right? You always need to have numbers when possible, and way too many new players don't understand that, and they get scared and they don't swing with their teammates. Spacing is everything in this game. And also, guys, if you're ever the player in front, say you're coming out long here, sometimes you need to slow down to help your spacing. So you have 3 teammates behind you and you're all the way up here, and there's guys on site that could kill you. Maybe you slow down a bit. Maybe instead of just sprinting up and taking a 1v2 fight, 1v3 fight, you sit here, jiggle. Maybe you're the guy that just throws a smoke so that you guys can lurk in, but then you go with your teammates, right? It's so much more important to be able to do this, because if you don't, you're gonna get absolutely shredded, destroyed, and it's just not the optimal way to play the game. So both on CT and T side, new players can understand that a lot better. Now, another thing that new players are so guilty of, and I even see this in higher levels, is players are just making way too much noise. I was getting easy frags in my pug today while I was playing on Faceit, because literally the guy that I was playing was making so much noise standing around this area. He's like telling me he's right here, and I was like, oh dude, the guy's literally standing right there jiggling. I literally am gonna pre-fire him. So I come out here and pre-fire him like that. I'm literally like, boom, easy, and then it's an easy frag for us to open. If he would have been playing properly and not making any noise when he's jiggling, you know, doing whatever, or maybe he even just like is playing backside, not letting us know where he is, it would have been so much easier. But he's literally like jumping around here, letting me know, hey everyone, I'm standing right here. Players do this all the time in low levels. They'll shoot their gun and then reload in a position, and people are like, well, this guy's reloading right here. Oh, easy frag. Or, oh, he's reloading, throw a molly at his feet. Well, how did you get mollied? Because you're being so loud, right? People are going for like a boost, and they're running around out here making noise. They're jumping up on the head and making noise. You're gonna get farmed by making all that. In general, guys, you want to hold your walk button when you can, and when you're not holding your walk button, you want to make sure you're not moving enough so that it makes all this noise. High level players actually bait fake noise on purpose, but lower level players just make way too much noise on accident, and it's detrimental to them. It's detrimental to, because the other team's gonna understand where you are and be able to make a plan off that, versus if they don't know where you are, they're like, huh, you know, what's going on. Another mistake I see newer level players making that go hand in hand with this is not understanding what makes noise inside of the game. Now, I'm gonna turn my audio up here. It's gonna hurt our ears, but do you see how it makes noise when I'm switching guns? This is only audible to you. Don't be afraid to switch guns, because this does not make noise to other people. The only thing that's gonna make noise to them is if you pull a molly out and hold it. The lighting up part they can hear, but if you pull a smoke out and do this, they don't hear it. A flashbang, they don't hear it. HE, they don't hear it. When you're, you know, pulling out all your stuff, don't hear it. So a lot of new players don't understand that. Now look at your radar. It's gonna tell you the noises that are being made. So even if we do a silent jump up here, that is audible on that ring you see in the top left of your screen. People could hear this in tunnels if they're close enough, right? And then obviously, like when we land, that makes noise. People can hear. And all these other things that we're doing, people can hear us, and if I zoom my radar out, you can see how far it goes. So just understand what does make noise and what doesn't. When you have an op, people can't hear that. When you scope up, if they're close enough to you, they can hear that. Don't be scared off of scoping on these angles, but like understand that they will hear the stuff. When you shoot and re-scope, it doesn't make noise, showing people where you are. So just keep stuff like that in mind. It's very useful to know. New players get scared and they're like, well, coach, if they hear me if I pull my smoke. No, they don't. They don't, guys. Trust me. It's just on your end. Another thing I see newer players just failing at is not using the utility that they're given. I see so many situations where a CT is like retaking a bomb site here. The bomb's planted for pit, maybe up here, or even up here maybe. It's just planted in one of these spots. And they have a smoke, they have mollies, they have everything, and instead they just come here and try to defuse it. And I just want to like feel like, bro, just drop a smoke down, brother. When you're retaking through here, just throw a smoke, make some chaos, tap the bomb, play around it, do these things. You know, on B site, if we have utility to retake here, use the molly to clear out some of these angles. Right now we know he's not going to be there. Maybe we want a molly like behind big box or something. That was a bad molly, but still, like, it clears out these angles, right? Use your utility to pressure these people. People just don't use it enough. On T side especially. T side it's even worse. I'll see players with full utility here on B side. They have a smoke and I'm like, please smoke, man. Please smoke doors. I have to beg them, and finally they'll throw something like that. But yeah, like finally they'll smoke doors. I'm like, oh man. Or there's a molly for bomb and people don't throw the molly on bomb. It's just so sad. Which leads me to the last point in this video. And if you have any questions, check out my twitch.tv/KojimaCS. I provide live gameplay there so you can see me play. People do not play time enough in this game. I've seen situations where we kill the bomb carrier down long, the rest of the T's are on site, there's like 15 seconds left, and they have to run all the way to long here, get the bomb, and run all the way back to site. And people don't understand that you can literally just win the round by playing the objective. Newer players think you have to kill, you have to kill, you have to kill. No, guys, if the bomb is down here, it has to cross all the way back here. Even if we're in long, we can let them grab bomb. Okay, he grabbed bomb. Now he's running back. Now we can start sprinting at him, and maybe we don't even kill him, but we just take a few shots so that he has to turn around and be like, you know what? And then if we're in CT, we can do the same thing where we just take a few shots at him and don't commit to dying. And now it's just delaying him, and he can't plant the bomb. And then when he crosses, the long guy can peek out then and kill him. But too many players, when bomb's down in that situation, they just want to come out here and duel. Oh, bomb's down, perfect. I'm gonna fight them. And then they end up just losing the round because they are not playing the objective. play the objective and win the game, guys. Too many players are just going for kills. I've seen it on T side too, where it's like a 1v1, and we know the guy's on B side. The guy has all A side with the bomb, and there's like 10 seconds left, and instead of planting, a low level player just comes down here and tries to find the guy and kill him. And I'm like, dude, you could have just won the round by planting and then playing the post plant, but instead you just want to kill. Counter-Strike is great, you need to be able to kill. You got to play like donk sometimes, but you gotta be smart and you have to play the objective. So hopefully these tips are good. If you guys smash it with this, I will cook up some more things that I see low level players doing. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and write we're gonna write brown basket. If you watched to this point in the video, brown basket, so that I know your homies that see all the way to the end here. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Check out the videos on your screen right now if you want to learn more and support me along the way. So see you guys later. Peace out.